Everyone, it's the Second Sister here, and welcome to the 9th episode of Monster Mod Mondays, where I take mods from the Monster Prom fandom and share them with all of you. This has been quite a ride, hasn't it? Today we're going to be showing off the mod. There's going to be a wedding by WhyKristenBurns, and as usual, I am not alone.
Well, of course you're never alone. You can never be alone, can't you?
Hello, DP. This is one of the mods for my Twitch chat, by the way, and also one of the mods for my Discord server.
Hello, everybody. Excuse me.
You alright?
Yes, alright. Just finished eating a curry.
Ooh.
I don't want to use the spicy food, but then again, you might hear a little background noise on my end because we are having a bit of a stormy night tonight right now.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yes. Especially when it's one called Storm Celia. Which, by the way, if anyone who's watching as in the UK and is in the vicinity of the storms, please stay safe.
Yes, I want all of my viewers to stay safe, no matter where they are in the world. Anyway, let's finally get this mod started.
And hopefully not have any more problems than the last time we both decided to do this one.
Hopefully.
Because, being a little honest here, this kind of happened with one of my streams a while back. Only this time it was in reverse. It's like, they couldn't hear, in that specific scenario, they could hear my co-host, but they couldn't hear me.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, then again, I was also still using my laptop, still.
There we go. Let's mix it with the game. Make it a little easier. You want to narrate?
Alright. Just give me yeah. Sorry, just cleared my throat a little.
Okay.
Oh, man, aren't you done yet?
You alright, dude?
Yeah, it's alright. I was just checking on an upload.
Okay.
Anyways. Spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives.
I forgot to screen share this with ya.
Yes, I was about to say. We are off to a good start, aren't we?
Already?
But then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Shall we go with who we were last time?
Sure.
Let's go.
And who are you? You were him, right?
Yes.
You wanna go with Brian or go with a different name?
Wasn't it Diet DB?
DB, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's DB. See, even he thinks it's funny.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom date, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21.
Hey, puppy.
A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart.
Who's a good boy? What are your thoughts on him again? I'm sorry.
No, I already said that. Sorry, I already said
This
it.
time.
Oh. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his...
What do you think
Oh!
about him?
Oh, pretty good.
She's a good boy,
Or rather, should I bit hairy.
And what you were saying?
That was it, hairy.
Oh.
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19.
Insert fish Hitler joke here. Also, hi retro gamer Kevin.
A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal.
She could be scary.
Not to mention fishy.
Oh.
Polygeist, 22.
Best girl.
A party ghost with insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
Is that how you Brits pronounce insatiable?
Insatiable. Oh, that's how it was pronounced. Sorry, I wasn't sure how it was pronounced. Insatiable.
No, I thought it was just a cultural thing. Like, you spell things differently than we do in America.
Tomato, tomato. Okay. Damien LeVay, 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire.
This is the spicy red baby of the fandom whom everybody loves. Pretty much, I guess. Also, just about everybody had canons Damien as being a bottom. I don't see it.
Well, you could say it's a bit hot-headed.
Boo!
Liam de Lioncourt, 4XDX.
By the way, Voice is asleep in the other room. Of course he is, because it's late.
A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork.
And that's why I love him.
Nerd.
I don't care he's a nerd. I love him. He's my nerd.
I was making a reference.
I know you were making a reference. I was just... Never mind.
Yeah. Alright, next. Zoe. Forever? An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of dark realms to ultimate fangirl.
And she is valid.
Not to mention stringy, with all the snakes for hair.
Tentacles.
I see enough hentai to know where this is going.
By the way, with her,
Obvious joke is obvious.
Trans rights.
Alright. Calculus to Hewitt Picard, version 1.0.
He baby!
A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest.
He is a baby. He is such a sweet baby. He's such a big, sweet baby.
You and your technical jargon. And Vera Oberlin, 23. I mean, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business.
Now, with her, there's no question she is the top. The top all tops.
A real snake in the grass, you could say?
I guess.
It was clear it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Alright, I'll take over this next bit. Welcome to Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rhyme, but they're run in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever. Trademark will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats of better fucking true selves. Let's get started.
Jesus!
Thank you, I've been working to get that all in one breath.
You pulled it off rather well.
Thank you. If you could put a curse on your worst enemy, what would it do? I would curse them to fall in love with a wonderful person and be happily married for years before they realized that all this time their partner was a wild panther in disguise. Then the partner viciously devours my enemy. Classic. Oh, you can't rely on the effectiveness of a curse. I prefer to take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way, by exposing them to unsafe doses of radiation over the course of several years. Why several years? Why not just drop them off at Chernobyl? The curse of always meeting obnoxious people at parties who are super into new fad diets that feel the need to explain them in detail. Hey, honey, okay, so I need to tell you, all this time, your wife's been a panther. Not a were-panther, no, a straight-up panther.
I'll take option 2.
Be a visionary. What will the next big social media craze be? Arbert, from now on, a socially awkward guy named Robert will do everything he's commanded to through the app by its users. B $. It's Facebook, but each time someone shares news that isn't supported by real facts, they're taxed. The money goes to the people exposed to that BS. Or Greekagorus, like literal Greekagorus, reinstated in our cities. Places where philosophy and arts are discussed by the greater minds. That's social media I want to log into. Let's go with Arbert.
I'll go with BS.
B $. Or for you, would it be B £?
Oh, damn it! Why couldn't I get this question?
You find a genie in a bottle. You can ask for whatever you want. What do you ask for? Shinji and Kaoru to become canon. Infinite confetti. I don't ask for anything. I drink the genie from the bottle. I drink my own wishes. To feel truly alive, a rainbow that you can eat, or his friendship.
For Shinji and Kaoru to be canon.
You find your zodiac sign to be inaccurate. Disguise your own personal zodiac sign. The randomly arranged set of stars. The rats soar on fire. The rich witch. The ambiguous iguana. The happy-go-lucky ecstasy pill, or the regal 1%. Give me that sword.
The rich bitch.
Let's go.
Considering I know that the only love event featuring Vera and Zoe feature Violet and Tate, you're probably going to hate the voice. You're gonna hate a voice impression I give later on, but that was not the time for that.
Later, you're minding your own business, which soon proves to be difficult when you notice Damien and Scott in the vicinity of the middle of some hot, sweaty arm wrestling.
Oh no, not this event!
Unfortunately, you can't enjoy it very long, since stupid strong Scott beats Damien in no time, but it seems you're not the only one mad at the outcome of this situation. This is so unfair! That one didn't count, Scott. We should arm wrestle, but with guns. But bro, I got these 2 guns already. And by guns, I mean my big arm muscles. Which, just to be clear, are not real guns. But still. Shut up, Will! Shut up, I'll murder you!
Oh dear. No, Damien.
No! Arm wrestling proves nothing! To see who's the very best, we should scream at a huge rock until it breaks it, just because of our pure rage and awesomeness. Or we should subdue a tiger with just a scary and manly look. Bro, now you're just quoting stuff from yesterday's episode of Ultimate Warriors from Mount Awesome. Face it, bro, I'm the Ultimate Warrior. No! Arm wrestling doesn't mean yeah! Hey, you Veronica! Not because arm wrestling isn't gonna go my way, but I've just decided you should settle this tie by proposing a way to decide who is the real Ultimate Warriors around here.
Okay, since I'm not going after either of you in this game, as much as I want to do this route, American Punch a Sun in the face, I'm gonna have to go with this one. I happen to be a registered Ultimate Warrior judge, and I always carry this 10-step ultimate test with me, which coincidentally will require both of you to do whatever I say with no complaints, like a real ultimate good boys who wants to follow my lead.
Whoa, bro, what a sweet coincidence! I'm the goodest of the good boys. I'm gonna win in no time. But only if you order me to win, wink. Scott, this idiot is just trying to fool us into doing all kinds of menial tasks for her.
Hey!
Oh, no, wait. You're trying to fool me into not doing the thing so you can become the Ultimate Warrior of Mount Awesome. Oh, damn you smart genius. While you waste your time trying to fool me into thinking Veronica is trying to fool me, I'll be starting the first task, doing Veronica's laundry. See you later, or don't, in case I can't see you when I'm really high at the top of Mount Awesome. Bye, bro! Give me that stupid list! Doing Veronica's science homework? Sure, I hope you like your homework extra hot! Yeah, see ya! Well, fooling your friends and potential love prospects into doing the shit you don't want to do is far from right. But look on the bright side, now you have more spare time to try and romance them. Scott ends up being the goodest good boy, and you bond with him a lot, even if though fooling him, what a lovable innocent fool he is. As for Damien, you would have preferred not to learn what extra hot meant when it came to homework. In any case, you gained +2 smarts and +1 charm.
It's a 10-page essay on fire. Literally on fire. About all its properties and everything.
Hot off the press?
Yep.
I'll go to the library.
Get you some muns. You're trying to focus on your own love life, but the sloppy make-up sounds coming from Violet and Tate are making it difficult. How are they able to make out? Ugh. Just look at them. That's a mushroom growing out the head of their supposed boyfriend. How are they supposed to make out? That wasn't a rhetorical question. I want an answer.
I don't know how to really answer that.
Fair enough. Take that to somewhere else. My snakes will never be able to digest their food if they have to watch this disgusting display. Yeah, and my fanfiction use is running for the hills. How am I supposed to write romance with the two of you or making it look so unappealing?
No surprise you're alone.
Well. Sounds like somebody's a little bit jealous of our amazing, perfect, wonderful relationship. We're not bothering anyone.
Uh-huh.
You commented on my handwriting.
Stand as a man take us every day with my bae.
And then a bunch of heart eye emojis and stars and the kimono emoji. Why did you comment the kimono emoji? You see, Zoe, this is why it's better to be a strong, independent nightmare creature. Terrifying women, terrify women.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. DB, you're always trying to romance your classmates in various unlikely ways.
Uh-huh.
It's a couple versus a pair of people who don't understand the joys of being in a couple. Go want to be the tiebreaker.
Well, if Zoe and Vera don't want to be in relationships, it's gonna be hard to get them in a relationship with you. Time to convince one of them. Historically, the only reason why people married was tactical alliances and increasing the wealth of both families. So early marriages are a great way of solidifying increasing power and material gain. Or when you're in a relationship, you can do silly couples costumes for Halloween, like peanut butter and jelly, or puberty and shame.
Alright, which one's Zoe again?
Zoe's answer is the one on the bottom, and Zoe's the cute eldritch purple monster to the left.
I'll take the one on the left.
Are you sure about that?
I'll take the bottom one.
Okay. That's some classic Diet Brian nonsense, fueled by traditional closed-minded beliefs. You don't have to be in a relationship to do a couple's costume. If Vera and I wanted to do costumes as puberty and shame, we totally could, and we're not dating. Although I bet some fans would totally want us to, since we can be both be scary. I have tentacles and she has snakes, so there's probably something sexy that can happen there. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh my.
Okay, you're done. But what if I were in a relationship with Vera? I ship it. Oh, you're not. But people wanted me to be in a relationship with Liam, because purple on purple would look beautiful, or calculus, since we're both new students. We can't be in relationships. Think how disappointing that would be for anyone not on board that ship. Hashtag all ships are valid. Okay, not all ships. I know Beetlejuice and Lydia isn't the valid ship.
Okay then, that's a new one on me.
Beetlejuice is a 1,000-year-old demon. Lydia is a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, okay.
There are people who actually ship them. And they actually try to forcefully marry her in both the movie and the musical.
Good God.
Anyway.
Well, I think being in a relationship is magical and we've never disappointed anyone.
Really? Because you don't have any fans. Oh!
Oh, burn!
But also, Zoe isn't a fan of relationships at all now, which does not bode well for you. Congrats on losing 2 charm and 1 creativity, which are both stats you need for Zoe. Not really in the relationship challenges tonight.
Oh. We're not going to bother with that this time, are we?
You want to go sit with Zoe again?
Alright.
Try to salvage what you messed up on. Sit down with Scott and Zoe just as Zoe cracks open the Tupperware she brought for lunch. You're not sure what's inside, but it sounds like it's screaming.
Hey, bros.
Whoa, Zoe, what you eating? Is it pizza? I love pizza.
No, Scott, it's not pizza. I'm on a special diet where I only eat sanity.
Ooh, sanity. I bet that's chock full of protein.
Not really.
it's mostly chock full of horror. It's better fresh, but that's a lot messier. So when I come to school, I pack leftovers in this Tupperware instead.
So smart. What does sanity taste like?
Well, when you're sucking the marrow out of the ethereal bone fragments harvested from the carcass of a rival deity we slain?
I don't think I've ever eaten a rival deity. Do I have a rival deity? Is it fireworks? I hate fireworks. That sounds rather nasty.
Eating fireworks, don't do that. No. Let's see, have you ever drunk a child's tears filtered through its mother's severed skull while an orchestra plays a tuneless melody of instruments of flesh?
I've had pizza. Is that close?
Meh, not really. It's more like cashews. Cashews and shrimp.
Oh, cool. I knew it was high in protein. Can I try some? Can I?
Well, it's not really for mortals. Aw, but Scott looks so excited! Gotta figure out a way to resolve the situation. I know you want Zoe, so which one do you think is the Zoe answer?
The top one?
Alright, read it out loud.
Scott, sanity is extremely high in cholesterol. Why don't you just eat some cashews and shrimp smothered in this Melagin Insanity hot sauce I bought? Oh no, cholesterol, the original C word!
Also, eating sanity will cause your brain to invert, mutilating like a thumbless chimpanzee angrily pulling an orange.
That sounds sort of bad too, but what if I'm really worried about my arteries? Cashew me, bro!
You happily oblige. One cashew, shrimp, and weaponized hot sauce cocktail coming right up.
Oh wow, this food looks like a tiny crime scene. Down the hatch!
That's a lot of hot sauce, Scott. Are you sure your mortal mouth can...
My mouth exploded! It caught on fire, exploded! No more mouth for Scott!
Oh no! No, Scott, I can still see your mouth. You're okay.
But I can't see my mouth! And whose mouth is it supposed to be? Mine? So if I can't see it, it's not real!
Oh, okay, dude.
Sorry, can't talk. My mouth exploded, so I don't have a mouth anymore!
Oh, poor Scott! Scott sits quietly for the rest of the lunch period, growing progressively redder and sweatier while you enjoy a nice time with Zoe. Nice!
Let's go. What's up?
Shouldn't you be out trying to romance a classmate or something? Anyway, welcome. There we go. The most recent issue of Monster Marriage Monthly. The go-to magazine for wedding and marriage tips across all of the dimensions.
Thank you.
Yeah, who wants to save their money for their college fund? You can spend it on weird stuff that's most likely useless. That's the spirit, champ.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you.
Also, if anyone's
If
anyone's still in the chat, can you still hear us?
Sure.
Alright, let's go to the gym.
Everyone's favorite eldritch cutie patootie runs up to you, tentacles twitching with excitement. Hey, DB! Did you hear? Did you hear? Netflix is rebooting Senior Regular Samurai Frogs! I'm so excited, like, OMG! Oh no, God. Not you, Leonard! What are you doing here?
OMG is right! Oh, miserable gods of TV, why do you keep doing this to us? They're going to ruin SRSF for the next generation. Just like when the SJWs hijacked Human Hunters and they made all that female reboot, and now young monsters will grow up watching that and never know no true happiness.
Yeah, like they can never go back and watch the original Human Hunters from the 1980s.
Netflix already ruined Scalar Cats from Venus and Ghetto Dolphins. Now they're going to ruin the frogs too. I bet they're all going to be POC and woman anyway.
I mean, they're frogs. Should it matter what color they are?
They probably won't even be frogs.
Like, Leonard, dude, shut up. I don't know that they are making them gay and women. No, I think they meant to type down LGBT instead of POC. Anyway, but even if they were, aren't there already gay and or female frogs?
Ugh, you would say that.
But aren't there? I'm so confused all the time, Leonard. Why are you like this? At that moment, a middle-aged man popped out from behind what you now notice as a cardboard cutout of a bush, clearly planted there for eavesdropping. In the gym!
Solid Steak, what are you doing here?
Alright, you wanna read this guy's lines?
Well, hello there, representatives of our sweet, sweet target demographic, he said. I couldn't help but overhear you succinctly encapsulating a generic argument about reboots. We've indeed feared just such backlash from you whippersnappers. Tell me, do any of you have any ideas of how we can guarantee this reboot will be a success? I bet it would absolutely impress any classmate you wish to romance.
Impressing classmates you wish to romance? Holy cow, that's like your whole thing! Plus, you can't possibly let Leonard chime in, so... Well, people might criticize new graphic style, new characters, new voice actors, new... Wait! What if you just aired the same show from 30 years ago, but with a new name? Or add a hip new character for the target demographic, like a surfer skater dog with a goatee and super cool sunglasses, and we can name him Poochie.
I mean, they did do something like this with Battle of the Planets.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they did. Rename it. Give it. Battle of the Planets. They actually gave it a new name. Give it a new name for one dub. Called it G-Force Guardians of Space.
Huh. So you want to go with that one?
Okay. Wow, that's such a brilliant idea. It's foolproof. People can't criticize all the new things if there are no things. And it's not like people are paying money for all the brilliant new insight and nuance we're adding. They're just shelling out money to relive their childhoods. Let's give them that exactly.
This is why the Disney remakes are so successful. He eagerly bounds away to put your genius plan into action.
Well, I guess it's better than letting them make the senior regular samurai frogs into ethnically diverse feminazis.
Sure. Leonard aside, it's pretty cool that you're now an influencer of a major anime series, DB. It's like the ultimate achievement in fanfic writing. Although in this case, I guess the fanfiction was just the fiction that already existed. Oh look, Netflix has dropped a trailer for Frogs Reloaded. That seems just to be the trailer from 30 years ago. The comment section is crazy. Looks like they really added nuance and insight into the frogs' dynamic with each other. Even better than the original!
Looks phenomenal!
People really are gullible, aren't they? They sure are, Zoe. They sure are. Doesn't stop you from gaining +2 creativity and +1 money for your work on the series, though.
Let's go.
I'm gonna head back to the auditorium.
Looking around for a distraction, you spot Scott proudly flexing while Zoe sits before him, browning into a book. You figure she's trying to draw his ripped bod, so you offer to give some drawing tips.
Drawing? What? I'm not drawing anything. I'm writing a fanfic about Scott's muscles.
What, you are? I thought I was just over here flexing for no reason, like usual.
As a jury. Well, I'm trying to write a fanfic, but so far it's going slower than the first 20 issues of Snail Person Literature Club.
You glance at Zoe's notebook. It looks like she's just copied out Wikipedia's lists of all the muscle. Ooh, I can help. You know, Coach always says you can't spell muscles without some of the letters from adversity. You should have a bad guy who fights against all my good muscles.
What? That's been done already. It's like you haven't even read Scott versus muscle-hating Herbert the Pervert. And that's exactly my problem.
That nobody reads your fanfics.
Are you for real? What? Yes, but no. My problem is that I need to put an original spin on this fic, but my mind's more blank than the minds of all those cultists whose thoughts I used to devour.
That guy who fights against all my good muscles.
The entire first part of that sentence was cut out.
It was? Hang on, let me try again. Well, have you thought about adding a bad guy who fights against all my good muscles? This conversation is clearly going nowhere without your help. Quick, fix Zoe's fic.
You know what? Scott's right. The story needs an antagonist, and everyone knows that the true natural enemy of the muscles is the leaf scale jumper shark. Not jumper shark. Monster Prom jumps the shark with a jumper shark. No, but no, the true natural enemy of muscles is the leaf scale gulper shark.
Oh no, is that true? Thanks for the warning, bro. I was planning to go on a shark safari with my buds this weekend. I'll make sure to stay clear of any muscle gulping leaf sharks. Great whites and tiger sharks only, thank you.
Scott, that sounds incredibly dangerous.
Well, as Coach always says, danger only has one of the same letters as muscles, so whatever.
But if you die, who will I write fanfics about? Other than your devastated classmates mourning your untimely demise, leaving delicious sorrow into the... Sorry, what are we talking about?
I have no idea. I love hanging out with you guys. Well, you didn't help Zoe's fanfic at all, but Scott sure seems happy with you. You gain +2 creativity and 1+ charm.
Yay! Meanwhile, something happens to you.
Sure.
Another weekend, another adventure. You're about to enter the swamps of despair in search of the distraction ruby when Scott stops you, probably for a much more urgent matter.
Oh, DB, I was just thinking about you and that time you were really, really good at dodgeball. Coach said, remember?
Not really. All your classes kind of blur together and become repetitive after a while, but okay, sure. And Scott is currently dressed as an orange.
Well, it's just not the annoying orange.
But hey, why not take the compliment?
Well, I think people are like sports, you know. Because, well, sports are good, and people are good. So if they're both good, then they must be the same.
Sure. Right? Sure.
But all sports are different, so all people must be different. And some sports are better than others, and some people are better than others. And I like different sports, and I like different people. But there comes a time where you have to choose one sport and one person. You can't take 2 different sports to prom, or play in the major leagues, or 2 different people.
Wait, what? Sure you can. It's called polyamory.
Mm-hmm. No, wait. Opposite on those.
You figured. Also, it doesn't really make sense either way, so whatever.
So, our friend Veronica, what kind of sport do you think she would be? Coach says romance is the most intense of all sports, so this is very, very important.
Well, he's right.
Veronica is the holy amalgamation of football, basketball, and baseball, known to the initiated as all ball. Veronica? A sport? Veronica is chess.
I would be chess. I'm going after the prince anyway, so... You don't have to help me win with Scott here. You can screw me over.
Yeah, go with chess. Chess? But chess isn't a sport at all.
He looks so angry. He looks so
It doesn't even have the word. It doesn't even have the word ball in it.
Well, there are some sports that don't have the ball in it. There's lacrosse, hockey, track, cross country, soccer,
Etc. Etc. Etc.
swimming. Anyway,
If the sport that represents Veronica as a person isn't a sport, does that mean that Veronica isn't a person? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Maybe?
I mean, yeah, not really. You were just trying to screw with Veronica for the hell of it, but this is totally as hilarious as you'd hoped.
I can't take someone to prom who is not a person. That would make them something.
Or something.
And if I were going to take something to prom, I'd just take a football. Wait, that's a great idea. I think I may take a football to prom.
Or take the little orange in your hand.
Just draw a face on it and just draw a face and a laugh on it.
Oh, Veronica might actually get dumped for a football. This is great. You gain +1 fun. Also, the reason why Scott's dressed in orange is because of the Chinese New Year update.
Let's go.
And
Oh.
it's dressed like a Mandarin orange. And the language spoken in China is Mandarin Chinese. I'm gonna go with that.
Satsuma. There's no one around, which means it's the perfect time to pull out that wedding magazine you got at the shop. Just as you get into the good part about finding the perfect poisonous flowers to match your ring dragon scales, a portal opens up in front of you.
Greetings, my love.
Hi, Aeon.
Hello. Hello, my lovely sexy single high school. Ah, Veronica, just the monster I was looking for. I'm James.
James a big rocket, nice.
Right. You sure his interest in you has nothing to do with the fact that you just happen to be the one sitting here at the spot where he showed up? I can't help but notice you are alone today.
Ouch.
Way to rub salt into the room, bro. Lucky for you, I have just the thing to fix your lonely... Is that the current issue of Monster Marriage? Monthly? You freeze in embarrassment as being caught reading about weddings. But you don't even have a date to the prom yet. But then he pulls out his own copy from inside his sleeve. Surely this is fate. In my kingdom, when two souls encounter each other while reading the same issue of MMM, it means they are bound to be wed.
The same issue of What?
Bound? As in destined, or bound as in legally bound?
Or bound as in with ropes and chains.
I mean, at the same time, off topic for a quick sec, Aeon, if you look at Aeon in the Equestrian Girls universe, he kind of would look a little bit like James of Team Rocket, wouldn't he?
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, but if you add the skin tone, yes, he would look like the interdimensional prince.
Yeah, that second one. The legal one. Definitely that one. Ellipses.
Okay.
Sounds legit. Well, it looks like you now have to find a way out of this engagement you just stumbled into. Or do you? Prom happens all the time at this school. It's starting to lose that special feeling.
Yeah. Prom happens just about every Monday here.
But you know, what is special? Weddings? This is your chance to have a totally awesome, one-of-a-kind party that's all about you. And the interdimensional prince, you guess, but mostly you. And you'd be lying if you said you hadn't thought about running your fingers through that flowing blue hair of his. You have to play it cool, though. If you appear too eager, it might make him suspicious.
I'm not reading this magazine. I'm reading it. No, wait, no. This isn't a magazine. It's my origami project. Yeah, that's it.
You start furiously tearing papers out of the magazines and fold them into butterflies. Your determination is so strong that you imbues your origami butterflies with life, and they all flutter around the prince. He looks at them with an unreadable expression on his face, his waterfall of sapphire hair blowing in the breeze, all the little wings have created. What is this? Why did you destroy a perfectly good wedding magazine? Are you trying to get rid of my preconceived notions about weddings and societal norms by suggesting we release butterflies instead of doves? Before you can answer, Liam appears as though summoned by the mere mention of disrupting social norms. Societal norms, yeah. Getting rid of societal norms. Everyone releases butterflies at weddings. The only thing disruptive about it is how it disrupts the local environment when non-native species are released into regions where they don't belong. No, this art piece is obviously a statement on how marriage to the right person can be transformative and freeing. That is, if marriage wasn't so lame and negative. Leon leaves before he can accidentally appreciate anything else about something as mainstream as marriage, but the prince is looking at you with adoration. I can't believe I didn't see it before. All those times you pushed me away, you were merely trying to cover up your true feelings. I must take my leave to go write your name in all the blank spaces on the vows I've so painstakingly written, but I look forward to being wed. Yeah, you didn't mean any of those things, Liam said, but you don't bother to argue since, in a strange turn of events, you actually want to marry the prince this time. He hands you an engagement ring and assures that he will be in touch soon to discuss the wedding arrangements before disappearing back through his portal. You gain +2 creativity and +1 charm.
Sure.
Okay.
I go to the bathrooms.
Hey, DB! I didn't expect to see you here. But don't you love how spooky high we have so many friends and you never know who's going to show up? Okay, here's the plan for the day, girls. Oh, it's the coven! I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do that. It's Joy Hope and Faith. You know our names? Of course! It's so cool to see you guys. Say the thing! Say the thing! What thing? The thing! The thing, you know! The thing! Say it! Say it! Say the thing!
Hey. think it would make more impact if we said that both at the same time.
Yeah, but with the way Discord calls are set up, it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
We're here to save the world. I'm surprised he didn't use the sound bite. We were here to save the world. Ah, so great. Oh, remember when I was chatting a totem? Remember that? And you guys were all, don't you understand what you brought for the show? You're touching the cigar from another dark realm and agent of destruction. This is supposed to totem before the world suffers. Yeah, sorry about that. Are you kidding me? That was awesome! And then someone stepped in and succeeded or failed at something. I don't really remember. I've lived through so many events and things, my life's hard to keep them straight. But the point is, it's all fine now. Now we're on the same team, I'm totally ready to join the coven. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't get us wrong, it's nice someone to appreciate how hard we work the world safe that are trying to belittle and or sabotage us. But you can't just, oh no.
Well, 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 look who it is, we meet again.
I am not going to destroy your eardrums by reading that, I am sorry.
Well, let me do it instead.
No.
Spoil sport. Oh my god, my ears are bleeding. Who are you? What are you? Why are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm a totem. I was a high school girl. No, I am a high school girl. I'm sorry, oh gosh. So listen, I know most people are all about that geometry lie, where they assume that the reason you often turn to the good side before going bad again is because you're deep been in love for Joy.
Never. Joy means nothing to me. I feel nothing for her. I feel nothing. Ever. At all.
A beautiful manly tear trickles down Dimitri's face as he stares into the distance. I almost said Damien. Darn it. Right, yeah, totally. But I've always been rooting for Hometry, as in you getting together with Hope, not like Hometry from my fanfic where you're forced to work in. Okay.
Okay. I'm here for one reason and one reason only. To take from the coven their cursed bloodstone. I take no pleasure from seeing their smiling faces, and I will take no sorrow in seeing their corpses.
Fine. Okay, Kevin, how are we gonna defeat him? You're not in the coven, Zoe! But at that point, everyone around Dimitri has caught fire somehow, and a deadly glow lights up his dark but very sexy smile. Trying to find a way to get out of this while getting Zoe into the coven. So what do we do?
One?
Oh, Metro Gamer Kevin wants you to do the top option.
Okay, we'll do the top option.
Must defeat Dietrich in a classic way, yelling cliche but powerful heroic one-liners. Oh, right. Yelling does seem to be one of their more effective moves. That's so reductive of the hard work we do saving the world. But you don't care. Most of the work they do interrupts those sweet prom shenanigans you engage in to try to woo one of your close charismatic classmates, so you jump in with your best coven impression. Go ahead.
Justice will triumph. We're here to save the world. Friends before fiends!
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
Huh. Pretty good indeed. As good as exactly what I intend to destroy. And also, I'm very pretty, so there's that.
It takes a very confident man to say that. Though your dark soul may try to snuff out our light, we will always light the match of truth and goodness. Oh, I'm gonna try. Can I try? Let me try. Please. Vile creature of darkness. Zoe opens her mouth and blood gushes forth, flooding the room. Okay. Oh, and here's another good one. She opens her mouth again and a swarm of scarabs fly onto Dimitri.
What? No! My precious corporal form! I shall not be eaten by bugs! Not today! These creatures will not consume my flesh the way my heart was once consumed by... No! It's in the past now! Never again! Darkness is my calling!
That was horrifying! Horrifyingly awesome. Actually, yes. I guess you can be an honorary coven member, for today at least. Woo! It's all thanks to you, DB. Can't wait to have more coven adventures. Wow, that might actually not be terrible. Maybe. So we just make the coven cool. For now, at least. You know what else is cool? 2 charm and 1 fun.
Sure.
Alright.
Calculus is enjoying a nice, quiet lunchtime charge when Zoe interrupts his reverie with a question. Hey, Calculaster! I'm beginning to quiz the students can figure out which spooky high vending machine they are. You're friends with the vending machines, right?
I am friends with every person's friend Zoe.
But, like, are the vending machines people that you're friends with?
That is rather insulting question. Yes, vending machines are people, and yes, I am friends with them.
Oh, so vending machines have feelings?
Of course they have feelings.
Which feelings? Oh.
I do not know. I do not know. I am a terrible friend.
No! Poor Cal! Oh man, don't be sad. Oh, we can figure this out together for my quiz. But how can we talk to the vending machines about their feelings? Pure logic. Vending machines seem to give away their feelings when you put money into them, so put coins in and ask them about their feelings. Or just look at their manuals online. I love conducting obsessive online research on all my favorite topics. Don't you, Zoe?
Bottom one?
OMG! Did someone say obsessive online research?
Yes, it was DB.
Well, let's do it! Calculaster, pull up the manuals!
Manuals acquired. Opening section 23D. Discerning your vending machine's mood. It says here that there is an analog switch on the back of each vending machine that sets its emotional state.
Oh, let's go look! Huh. Looks like they're all set to crushing despair. Why are they all set to crushing despair?
That seems to be the factory default.
Oh. Should we change it?
Best not to tamper with factory defaults.
Oh. Okay then. Hey, DB. As long as you're doing exhaustive online research, wanna go down a Wikipedia hole with me? Well, there's not a hole you wouldn't go down with, Zoe. Giggity. You start at vending machine emotional states and end up at dark rituals specifically involving cabbage.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Alright, I'm heading over. No?
Wait, Dimitri's here? Doesn't he have somewhere better to eat lunch? Like an evil banquet or a Tim Hortons or something? I can see the confusion right upon your face, and I can assure you, I am not here to indulge my palatine delicacy, that is, sloppy monster fries. Dimitri pulls out a clipboard and a stack of pamphlets.
To the dark side.
I am here on a recruiting mission. Tell me, have you ever considered the benefits of joining the dark side?
Oh no, he's a Mormon! He's a dark side Mormon.
Actually, we're quantum Vespertarians. The pay's great, whatever you can steal. We have a killer dental plan, fangs included. And the upward mobility is unbelievable, because your superiors will constantly be killing each other. Plus, you get to go to bed each night knowing you helped to make the world a little less safe. You give Dimitri a disappointing look and point at your Dare t-shirt.
I remember Dare. Wow, I feel old. I forgot what it stands for, but they're like an anti-drugs and alcohol thing.
You're old?
Yes!
You're old!
I know you're older than me, but I feel old.
I know, but... jeez. Oh, you've gone through dark art resistant education, have you? Well, let me sweeten the deal then. How about a free trial of one dark side perk?
Sure.
Sure, what's the worst that could happen? You ask him to explain.
The art of monologuing about your evil plans in great detail when you have your enemies trapped in a compromising position.
Your power is admirable. And
Oh, you want to know how to monologue like a true... How interesting. How very interesting indeed. Little do you know that is exactly as I planned.
What?
I don't know.
You cut out again.
What? Little do you know that is exactly as I planned it.
There you go.
First, I shall teach you the rhetorical flourishes that make up a truly intoxicating dark side monologue, and then you will be hooked. The first lesson is free, of course, but soon you'll be begging, pleading with me to give you just one more fleeting glimpse at my dark thesaurus. You fool, you are stumbled straight into my insidious clutches. Once my grasping fingers close around the neck of your soul, there will be no Hey, where are you going? I wasn't done with my monologue. Hey, bring back my Wow! Okay, yes, that was all part of the first lesson of evil monologues. Make sure your victim is actually trapped in a compromising position before monologuing. You are an excellent pupil, and I look forward to working with you further on the dark side.
Yeah, no, I'm already on my way to marry an interdimensional prince, so...
Now, will you please return my wallet? I have coupons in there.
Nope.
Veronica?
Bye.
Coupons aren't the only thing Dimitri has in his wallet, but there's also 4+ money. Nice. Oh boy.
Let's go.
But none of that is important right now. You've got a wedding to plan. It turns out planning a wedding is a lot more work than you thought, so you're going to have to enlist some of your classmates for help. You call the three most useful ones, at least in this scenario, into a meeting.
I was promised there'd be booze here. I don't see any booze.
I was promised entrance to a club so exclusive it doesn't even exist.
And I was promised the blood of my enemies, but the only thing here is Veronica, who was about to become my enemy.
Yeah, you can't believe they all fell for that. But you still need their help, and they're already getting antsy. You press on, asking Pod to plan the entertainment, Liam to choose the food, and Vera to organise it all and keep everyone in line. You expect me to just give out my artistic expertise for someone as cliche as a wedding?
Ugh.
Something cliche as a wedding, yeah.
Seriously, why would we help you plan a wedding with that piece of pastel scum? Are you in legal trouble? Because I can help with that for a small fee, of course.
Yeah!
Awesome! A party! Well, at least Holly's on board.
But that was my line.
Sorry.
Well, at least Polly is on board, but you still have to convince the other two. How, though?
Rap battle, you and they'll have to help. Or bring on the bees. I am not bold enough to bring on the bees. And I really don't want to have to rap. Please rap for me.
They all give you annoyed looks at the idea of a rap battle, but they don't say no, so that's the same agreement, right? You quickly start rapping forward they can argue. You look at Vera first. Your people skills are dope, and that, I mean, you can make people do your bidding like a queen. You look to Liam next. When it comes to food pics, you're a true artiste. You're so unique that you must have like 20 fans at least. You're out to Polly next. And there's no one at this school who parties like you do. When it comes to having fun, I always turn to you.
Your words are nice, but where's our game? Why should we help you with this? When next week you'll just find yourself a new monster to kiss. Why you gotta be honest like that?
Time for your big finale, Veronica. Better make it good. I don't know why you're dissing. Your snakes are there hissing. They can't help but move to the sick rhymes that I'm spitting. I'll make sure there's open bar. Just don't keep me sweating. You're the monsters for the job, and say you'll plan my wedding.
Not bad. That was surprisingly nice for a rap battle. And mostly one-sided, but still. And my snakes did seem to like it.
So authentic.
Yes, you really are subverted my You really subverted my expectations.
Yo, that was fire.
Wow, that went shockingly well. So well, in fact, they all agreed to help. With Polly in charge of entertainment, you're certain to have a kick-ass DJ. Liam is handling food. You don't know if it'll taste good, but it sure will look beautiful in photographs, and that's all that matters. And you trust Vera will handle the rest? Although you're pretty sure you'll still have to pay her at some point. With everything taken care of, you actually have some downtime, usually to get a pedicure and catch up on your favorite gossip tabloids. What? The only thing you do is wacky and outrageous? You even gain +2 charm and 1+ smarts.
Yay! You need to up your creativity, dude.
Where do I go where's the best place to do that?
Auditorium, but you can just buy them. You can buy creativity and charm. It'd be easy
Alright,
anyway.
Alright, we'll do that then.
Give me your money.
No. Cocaine doesn't give you creativity, Bob Ross does. Crafting your art requires years of hard work, education from great mentors, and tons of raw talent, but dang, that sounds exhausting, so let's settle for a motivational poster for now, okay?
Okay.
Hooray for Bob Ross!
No refunds.
I'll be right back.
You're at the club having a great time when suddenly you become acutely aware of the inevitability of your own death.
Inevitability.
Inevitability of your own death. You think you're having an existential crisis, but it's actually just Zoe, the coascals of a murky soup of all your darkest thoughts. It's cute.
What's up, Veronica? Enjoying your weekend? That's cool. That's cool. Listen, I gotta ask you something about DB. You know, the only one, the one with the very nice butt and also probably a personality? Probably.
Okay.
We've been hanging out for a couple of weeks, and I have to admit there's a spark there, but... Well, if I'm gonna ship myself with someone, I'm not gonna half-ass it, you know? Like, I'm gonna expect them to get into all the weird stuff I'm a fan of. Magical girl anime, tentacle porn, the look in a man's face as his last chance of sanity escaped through his ears like a wisp of screaming smoke. But I'm not, you know, selfish. I want to get what Ryan's DB's into, too. I just want to know what I'm getting into as far as fandoms are concerned. I don't want to have to invest in, like, Sonic the Hedgehog Space Jam mashups or something. So, what's DB a fan of? You know? You know what? DB has a huge collection of super cool bus driver trading cards. OMG! Damn,
I would say Pokemon.
Yeah.
I would say Pokemon cards, but okay, we'll go with that.
DB's a Bustafarian too? We'll have to compare collections. I've got all of history's greatest bus drivers. Bus driver Ephraim, bus driver Jewel, the acid rap sensation known as Bus Driver. I tried to get a card signed by our own school's very own bus driver, Otto Wolfman, but his hands are always permanently glued to the wheel by a mommy's curse. I wonder if DB has a signed copy from back before Otto raided that tomb. I can't wait to ask! Thanks for the insight's gift, Veronica. And as a show of my gratitude, please take this. It's my spiciest bus driver cream card.
Zoe hands you what appears to be a photograph of a bus wearing a thong.
What?
Juicy. You gain +3 charm.
That's a way to describe it, at least.
Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna have some more fun.
You just happen to be hanging around near Scott, you know, not because you're, like, following him or anything. When suddenly a rift opens in time and space, a handsome prince steps through, bedecked in otherworldly finery.
Oh look, it's my fiance.
He approaches Scott. Not this crap again.
Greetings, my love.
My beloved, I have quested across dimensions to see your face.
Well, it's nice to see you too, dear.
Oh well, here it is. Here's my face.
Scott, I'm pretty sure he's talking to me. I'm engaged to him.
It is more than just your face that I need, Scott the Great. Tosser of balls. I also need
God!
your body.
Tosser of balls. Also, Princey, hello, fiance over here.
Luckily, I brought that with me too. But I do not desire to merely gaze upon your body. Why the hell would I want to? Though that in myself is a pleasure. My kingdom, you see, is besieged by a foul dire harp, and only your muscles can save us. And once the loathsome beast is vanquished, perhaps we can find some other uses for that body of yours. Wink. Oh my god, you say wink out loud too? That's so cool!
Oh no!
These two are getting along way too well. You need to slay that beast yourself before Scott and the prince spend any more time together. But how?
Princey! We're getting married! Why are you flirting with Scott? God damn it. Realities are interdimensional termites. No. It's being so sweet that the Daria Harp kills herself out of jealousy.
Before of course the prince can react, you charge through the portal to defeat the Dire Harp with the power of song. Your dulcet tones drive the Dire Harp to tears. Except because harps don't have tear ducts, it just explodes instead. Magnificent work, my intrusive friend. You shall sing at my and Scott's wedding.
What about our wedding? Did you just forget that we're supposed to be getting married?
Oh, oh no!
You're not replacing me with him as your fiance, are you?
Wait. Wedding? I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. I'm already married to the game, you know?
And, you're gonna get married to me, Princey. Why the fuck? I swore. You actually made me swear. Congratulations. Screw you.
What did I do?
No, the prince.
Curse you, game! The prince kicks you both out of his dimensions and seals the portal behind you. Nice. You gain 2 boldness and 1 creativity.
Oh, man. Like, dude! I'm on my way to finally get married to the prince, and here he is, trying to flirt with me.
Oh man, that was library.
Okay. You know what? I can take you to the shop so you can boost your charm too.
Okay.
Because charm
Give me your money.
and charm and creativity are the stats you two need. Like a sexy fake Latin accent. Why? The hardest thing is beating yourself, honey. But a Latin accent is a close second, to be honest.
Thanks.
Okay. Off to the cafeteria one last time.
Alright.
Sure.
There we are. You sit down with Zoe and Miranda. Miranda's paying no attention to her eating, sir, since Zoe's paying too much attention to them.
Disgusting! What are you doing, Zoe? Don't you know how rude it is to ogle another woman's eating serves? I'm not ogling, I'm researching for my fanfic. My dear, what it is about royalty, it's not called fanfic, it's called propaganda.
What? Oh, no, I'm not writing about you right now. I'm writing about your eating serves.
I'm eating, sis.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm going to really dive into their inner lives, their hopes, dreams, and desires.
Oh, don't be silly. Serfs don't have any of those things.
Screw you, Miranda.
Do they, serfs?
The eating serf's eyes dart between Miranda and Zoe, terrified. Should they speak or just shut up and eat?
You're right, Miranda. Most serfs don't have thoughts or feelings, only the...
The really expensive and rare ones do. Or make a menacing eye contact with the two serfs side and place a piece of sushi in your mouth and chew violently.
Bottom one?
Wait, no, that's the Miranda option. Dang it! Since Miranda's eating serfs are fish people, this is a lot like walking up to a human and deliberately eating a finger in front of them.
Do I lose...
I don't think you lose points to Zoe, but you do gain with Miranda. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but your show of intimidation really makes Miranda serve some clam up.
Oh, how majestic.
Boo!
Ah, yes, subtle threats of violence. A true sign of royal lineage.
What?
What
is it with mortals and not wanting their flesh eaten? It's such a weird hang-up.
If by weird you mean useful for controlling the masses, then I suppose I agree.
The eating serfs try their best to ignore you as they stuff food into their quivering mouths. You feel like you did the right thing, but you don't have much of a conscience, so that's not saying much. Anyway, Miranda's happy.
Let's go.
I'm gonna head to the Slayer now.
You're eating your lunch, minding your own business, when someone under your table pokes your business.
Psst. Hey! How shall you turn against your friends in exchange for forbidden knowledge?
Betray your friend sounds bad, but forbidden knowledge sounds dope. You listen to her pitch.
Basically, I need you to tell me Damien and Liam's hidden weaknesses for, like, totally innocent reasons. And in exchange, I will teach you one of my most secret Slayer techniques. What's that you say? You'll totally do and I can trust it when you say 100%? Great! Which technique do you want to learn? How to be the protagonist of any scene? No! How to punch a dude so hard his head explodes. You know, or yes, how to be the protagonist of any scene.
You tell the Slayer that Liam's weakness is being ignored. Damien's weakness is ice cream cake. Which sounds really good right now.
Really? But that's so simple! I'll bury them in indifference and frozen treats respectively. And when we say Damien's weakness is ice cream, he eats it and he explodes.
Oh jeez.
Oh, you want to know my secret technique? It's simple. Just act like you're entitled to everyone's love and affection and constantly make decisions that endanger you and your friends.
Whoa, that's it? But you already do those things, like, all the time. Is that possible? It's possible? You've been the protagonist all along?
Gasp!
No kidding! This discovery gives you newfound confidence which you use to punch the Slayer in the neck and steal her shoes. As the protagonist of your own life, you gain +4 charm.
Alright! Here it goes.
Sure.
Where to, my dude?
I said library.
Oh, I didn't hear ya. It seems like Zoe's practically blushing magenta as she slides up to you. So, listen, DB. Hanging out at school and getting into wacky shenanigans is great and everything, but it's also randomly absurd and absurdly random, and I just want to have some kawaii daytime. So what if we do, like, something super cute and adorable together, like a nice little picnic? I mean, I still want it to be personal to me, you know, so I want to have the picnic in a pocket dimension nightmare void that holds a special place in my heart. It's just a super cute, cozy little despair realm devoid of any sense and unreachable to mortal minds, so I like to hang out there and watch anime on my phone between classes. Anyway, want me there in a few? I'll bring us some cute little picnic snacks. You try to think of a way to keep from losing your sanity and getting your soul fractured. See you in a few! Oh no! That sounds super adorable except for the losing your mind part, but you know a good way to fix that. Grab a cup of coffee, some nuts, some blueberries, scarf them all down, all for being good for your brain. Or purchase an anti-void hat that's trustworthy to sell stuff in this dark alley behind the school. And Valerie's main rival and competition when it comes
I'll
to
take the
selling stuff
top.
at school.
I'll take the top option.
You stop at the cool snack shop, which is a thing that exists, but it's rarely mentioned because, what, you think you know everything's a single location that's spooky high? You don't. You get a half-calf macchiato triple sal chow latte, some trail mix and blueberries, and shove them in the old food hole. Immediately, you can feel the magic working. Hey there, DB! You ready to head to the despair realm? Well, you sure hope so. Zoe takes your hand and you can feel your own heart pound and your pulse race. She leads you onward. So here it is. I hope you like the atmosphere. I mean, not the atmosphere, like vibe, I mean. I hope you like that as well. I just mean, like, literally how devoid of oxygen the actual atmosphere is. Whether or not this would have been a problem for you normally, which is frankly debatable, it certainly isn't today. Not after the healthy and energizing snack. You always use a healthy snack to start the day off right and decimate obstacles from the geometry test to getting impaled with a spear, which are equally likely at this school. Are you having fun? You see you're having fun, right? Like, you're having fun? Aww.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not shrieking with agony and your eyes have been melted out of your face. And you're still speaking coherently, so that's pretty good for this dimension. Ignore the siren. It's a good baseline for any date, really. You and Zoe have a wonderful and super cutesy time drinking your sodas to the sounds of the wind echoing in your ears, eerily like the shrieks of dying. Seems like your healthy snack wasn't quite healthy enough to keep your brain from any change whatsoever, because you've now inexplicably highly empathetic to the feelings of raccoons.
What are raccoons?
I don't know. Still,
Yeah.
everything's always dreamt of. Specifically, that's that you survived it. And you gain +2 charm with raccoons, which bleeds over into your regular monster life too, along with +1 fun.
Let's go.
Sweet. But you put all of that out of your mind because your big day is coming up soon and tonight is your last night to hit the town as an unmarried monster. It's your pre-wedding party. Wait, wasn't the wedding cancelled?
No, the wedding to Scott was cancelled.
Your friends have really gone all out.
I think the prince and I made up off screen.
Your friends have really gone all out, renting out a whole club, inviting everyone from school and hiring strippers of varying species.
Ooh, yay. That's quite the fun bachelorette party. And my own bachelorette party, when I do get married, will be nothing like this.
Obviously. You're having a great time when suddenly the interdimensional prince appears.
Most splendid.
My love, how wonderful that we would both have our pre-wedding parties at this very same place at this very same night.
I mean, people do have combined bachelor parties or combined bachelorettes.
True.
Are you done trying to flirt with other high schoolers yet, dear?
It must be fate. We are more perfect for each other than I ever imagined. But as he looks around the room at all the writhing bodies of 20-something-year-old high schoolers, his eyes glaze over in longing.
Not again!
Oh no, not again!
So
many high schoolers! For a moment I thought he was going to scream boobies. Must propose marriage.
No, not again!
No, this is not wonderful at all. Strangely, all high schoolers who definitely should have graduated by now are your beautiful neon princess kryptonite.
This is the second time this has happened!
You have to do something quick if you want to stop your hubby-to-be from conning someone else into marrying him and forgetting all about you.
Like last time! You know what? My charm is my highest stat, so I'm gonna grab his face and give him a passionate smooch to remind him who the fuck he's marrying. Yes, he made me swear again.
Jesus Christ! Just Christ's sake, calm down!
I'm bitter. He decided to flirt with someone else while he was engaged to me.
Oh, jeez. Before the prince could run off, you gently placed your hands on his face and looked deeply into his eyes.
I'm still pissed, though.
There you go again. You tilt your head towards his and wait for him to do the same in consent. And then you smooch him right on that pretty blue face of his. You smooch it so hard that you smooch right into the next dimension. Don't get cocky, the prince is an extra-dimensional being, remember? He could travel to dimensions in his sleep. You smooch him so good that he forgets all about the other high schoolers.
And then I slap him.
It probably also helps that you're no longer at the party, having smooched yourselves into another dimension and all. Veronica, you knew of my one true weakness and you saved me from it. How will I ever repay you?
I want a divorce.
All I would have said by letting me repeatedly kick you in the nuts. You figure getting to throw a kick-ass wedding and all the benefits that will come with marrying a prince will be payment enough. He offers to take you back to your party, but you decide to stay with him instead, smooching and talking through the night.
So he doesn't get tempted for a third time.
You learn about his childhood, his hobbies, his favourite songs, and even products he uses to keep his hair so silky and luxurious. When you started this, you really just wanted to have a cool party that was all about you, but now that you've spent some time with him and gotten to know him, you're actually looking forward to marrying him. You have such a great time hanging out with the interdimensional prince all night that you gain +3 fun.
Okay.
Zoe in. Sweet.
Alright, let's do this.
Sure.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Master Prom with you. Oh no! It's not possible for us to go together in this timeline. And you see, this is the alternative universe where I get to have fun at the prom, which I highly suspect won't be possible if going with you. Oof! Oh no!
Oh, come on!
It's nothing personal, it's just that you're very boring and unpleasant. But hey, just totally call me if you happen to be in the horrible, forgettable prom at you sometime.
Zoe out. Ooh, headcanon idea. Zoe.
I'm sorry! Oh my god, DP, are you okay? Are you okay?
Come on! Seriously! That was... Oh!
You got the stats! You know what?
I know!
It's probably because he accidentally picked Miranda's choice in the last lunchtime event.
God damn it, man! Oh!
Oh. But it's okay, you moved on from this horrible and shameful failure. You became a functional person and eventually you met a sweet banshee called Ash. You shared lots of common interests and after dating for some years, you got married. Okay. Things are looking up for you. I'm skipping this last bit.
Let's go.
That was just... Ugh. Prom night is coming up, but you won't be asking anyone this time because... you're getting married.
Oh, look at his wedding suit.
Your friends really came through and the wedding is everything you wanted to...
And more.
I just said that.
I couldn't
The
hear
food
you.
is delicious.
Cut out before you said it.
Oh, for God's sake, Discord! The food is delicious, the decorations are the perfect mix of classic and neon chic. Your hubby looks dashing in his tux. His rather gay pink tux. And all your friends and classmates are there to celebrate with you. As you slow dance under the spotlight with your prince, you can't help but notice how happy he looks. And it makes you happy to know that you made him feel that way. He finally has the marriage you always wanted, and later that night you finally get the sweet, sweet interdimensional loving you've always wanted. Thanks to your friends and your prince, your wedding night is one you'll never forget.
So I'm a princess now. And you marry a banshee. That's good. That's good. DB, best as impersonating a plate of spaghetti.
Exactly, lots of spaghetti!
Some baby touching my spaghetti!
Damn, I should have done that one instead.
And Zoe's cut, I'm looking forward to the sequel. As are we! We're totally looking for the sequel to Monster Prom. Monster Camp coming out in October of this year.
Oh, I thought it was out already.
Nope, sequel's not gonna be out until October.
Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. After some years, the Princess Dimension became a democracy, mostly due to the public discontent with royalty that spends most of its time in other dimensions.
And then the prince and I got divorced because he kept flirting with high schoolers, despite the fact that he has a ring on it. Yep.
Despite that, the prince keeps on annoying high schoolers, still wrong on so many levels. Due to the amount of fan art she drew, Zoe was taken by Jim Davis, renowned owner of Garfield, as his protege. Nowadays, Garfield still hates Mondays and loves lasagna, but you can bet he's into lots of weird stuff too.
Oh God.
If they actually did a crossover with Garfield at some point, I will laugh! Calcu Lester went on to the Robo University and majored in mecha robotics. He is now 250 feet tall and fights against weird giant creatures protecting Tokyo free.
What happened to Tokyo and Tokyo 2?
Watch Evangelion to find out.
Oh God.
When it says Tokyo free, you know what they're talking about. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in the war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah!
I am so sorry about you and Zoe, though.
It's fine, it's fine.
Dang it, you should have won. You should have won, dude.
I feel like I've been ripped off!
Dang it, Miranda, you ruined everything.
I feel really bitter right now, but...
Well, we're both feeling bitter. The prince and I got married, but he's still bothering high schoolers. Like, the ring means nothing.
It's just there.
Yeah, Princey, I want a divorce. Just chuck the ring at his face.
Yeah.
It's getting late. I'm gonna head to bed. After this.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is almost 4 o'clock in the morning where you are.
I got things to do. That.
Yep. Also, no ending Polaroid today because both of us didn't get a date to prom. Anyway, hope you have fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway,
And
go ahead.
I was actually going to do a two Ronnie's good. And it's good night from me, and it's good night from her.
Yes. I'm the second sister. This is DB. And I'll see you next time for Monster Mod Mondays. Good night.
Later.